On October 7th, 2021, guys, Mazda announced its plans to expand the crossover SUV product group after 2022. And with the introduction of the CX-50, CX-60, CX-70, and CX-80, and the CX-90, we have seen that. In a backward order, we have seen the official release of the 90, this one, the 60, this one, and the 50 XM, the 70, and the 80, which all fall in the Mazda's large product category, guys. So at this point, welcome to Autostop and welcome to the 2024 CX-70 and CX-80. What are they and what do we know so far? Right, let's get down to the business of being here, because we all here are fans of what Mazda is doing these days. Rear-wheel drive bias orientation, more power, more luxury, more space, more driving dynamics formula, guys. So the large product group, the CX-60, CX-70, CX-80, and CX-90 deploy in two different body types and two seat types in 2 rows and 3 rows. What I mean is that in the European and the Japanese, the Asian markets, where roads and parking lots are relatively narrow, Mazda is exhibiting the CX-60 with 2 rows of seats and CX-80 with 3 rows of seats, and then the CX-70 with 2 rows of seats with a wide body, and the CX-90 in 3 rows seats exhibited in the North American markets where larger sizes are required. So basically, this is where these category of CX series stand. But what do we know so far? And that's why we are here. Let's get down to it, starting with pricing and which one you may prefer to buy. Now, in terms of pricing, the CX-70 and the CX-80 haven't been announced. Even the CX-90 that has been officially released has no official price tagging to it. But we expect it to offer a similar range of trim levels as the Mazda models. All-wheel drive will be standard across the board, but we don't know exactly which powertrain configurations will be standard and optional. And looking at how it stands, the plug-in hybrid setup will cost a little bit more than the naturally aspirated engines, of course, right? Now, let me just delve down into the engine, transmission, and performance. And these cars are already looking great with Mazda's design formula and the new approach to these SUVs. Now, taking an educated guess based on the CX-60 and the CX-90, which are official, expectation of the CX-70 and 80 will be an offering of a choice of either an inline-6 gasoline engine with a 48-volt hybrid system or a plug-in hybrid drivetrain with a 2.5-liter inline-4-cylinder in the US market. Okay, so the inline-6 will likely be the same 340 horsepower turbocharged 3.3-liter found in the CX-90, where it puts it through a 48-volt hybrid system and an 8-speed automatic transmission, guys. Now, the plug-in hybrid model is expected to share its powertrain with the CX-60 for the European market, which offers a combined output of 323 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque and claims an electric drive range of 39 miles. So this is what we expect in the transmission room, the engine room, and the performance room. But underneath the CX-70 and the 80 is a new platform featuring a longitudinal engine layout. That is what we've seen on these ones, the CX-60 and the CX-90, which in theory could enable both rear and all-wheel drive systems, though the CX-70 and the 80s will come standard with the latter, which is an all-wheel drivetrain setup. This layout aims to provide handling, performance, and refinement more akin to luxury SUVs from BMW and the Mercedes when compared with mainstream SUVs, which utilize front drive-based transverse engine platforms, guys. It enables the designers to give the CX-70 the dash to front axle proportions of the expensive rear drive luxury sedans and SUVs. But that's basically under the hood. Let's get into the interior, cargo, and space and see if there is anything to go by. The CX-70 will be a 2-row model with space for 5 passengers for the American folks. And then on the other hand, the CX-80 will be a 3-row model with moderate space for 6 to 8 passengers to fit in and on European roads, guys. And to go along with Mazda's more upscale bent, these vehicles, the CX-70 and the 80, will have a nicer cabin more than many similarly priced rivals. If the CX-60 and the CX-90's interiors are any indication, it will offer fancy materials such as woven textiles, Nappa leather, and wood trim that make for an attractive dashboard design as we've seen on these two vehicles. Now, let me wrap this whole thing up with infotainment and connectivity, and we'll continue updating you. So if you haven't subscribed, please do, and put on your notification bell so that as soon as we do, you will be notified of it. We think that the CX-70 and the CX-80 will have an infotainment screen as large as 12.3 inches, similar to the screen that's equipped on the CX-60 global model and the CX-90. It will be controlled by a rotary knob on the center console, as we've seen on the CX-90, and you will have an Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone connectivity features, which should be standard equipment, which enables full touchscreen functionality when connected to the infotainment system. Okay, so guys, this is basically what we have. As more information becomes available, we will update this review with more details on fuel economy, real world MPG, warranty and maintenance coverage. And so kindly subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day until we meet same time again. Bye bye.